After you sit in your meditation space, calm the mind further with a few minutes of breathing meditation. Simply bring your awareness to your breath, to the expansion and contraction of your abdomen. As you inhale and exhale, you can also use the breath counting exercise. Say to yourself, inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, and so forth, until you reach 10 and then count backward. When distracting thoughts or emotions arise, simply take note of them, and let them go without any conversation whatsoever. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes, or more if you wish. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Now, Imagine that you are surrounded by all the people of your life, friends, enemies and strangers. Bring these people to life in your contemplation. Imagine they are really here, in this space with you. Doing this meditation with you. Then, adjust your motivation. Consider your intention for your spiritual practice in general and this meditation in particular. Carefully make the determination to use your study and meditation to increase your understanding and insight, and to take the next step on your spiritual journey for your own sake. For the sake of all the people of your life, and by extension all universal living beings. Now, with the alertness of a spy, slowly and carefully become aware of the I. Who or what is it that thinks, feels, and meditates? How does it appear to you? Is your I a creation of your mind? Or is it something that exists concretely and independently, in its own right? Now, try to locate it. Where is this I? Is it in your head? In your eyes? In your heart? In your hands? In your stomach? In your feet? Carefully consider each part of your body, including the organs, blood vessels, and nerves. Can you find your I? It might be very small and subtle, so consider the cells, the atoms, the subatomic particles. If you do think that your I is a part of the body, then what would happen if that part were removed in an operation, or damaged in an accident? And what happens to the I when your body ceases to function at death? Perhaps you think your mind is the I. The mind is a constantly changing stream of thoughts, feelings, and other experiences, coming and going in rapid succession. It's never the same from one moment to the next. Which of these experiences is the I? Is it a loving thought? An angry thought? A happy feeling? A depressed feeling? If you think that your I is one of these experiences, then what happens to it when that kind of experience is not present in your mind? If your I is love, for example, Then when your mind is filled only with anger, does the I go somewhere else, or disappear altogether? Is there no I at that time? Or maybe you have many Is, an angry one, a loving one, a frightened one, etc. If you cannot find the I in your body or your mind, then could it be something else? Is there some extra part of you other than your body and mind? After all, we say my body and my mind, implying the existence of something else that owns these two. If so, what is it? Where is it found? What kind of phenomenon is it? Examine every possibility you can think of. Again, look at the way your I actually appears, how it feels to you. After this search for the I, do you notice any change? Do you still believe that it is as solid and real as you felt before? Does it still appear to exist independently, in and of itself? Next, mentally disintegrate your body. Imagine all the atoms separating and floating apart. Billions and billions of minute particles scatter throughout space. Imagine that you can actually see this. Now, disintegrate your mind. Let every thought, feeling, sensation and perception float away. Then check your feeling of I, where is it? What is it? Do not make the mistake of thinking, my body is not the I and my mind is not the I, therefore I don't exist. You do exist, but not in the way you instinctively feel, as something independent and inherent. Conventionally, yourself exists in dependence upon mind and body, and this combination is the basis to which conceptual thinking ascribes a name, I or self or Mary or Harold. This is the you that is sitting and meditating and wondering, do I exist? Whatever exists is necessarily dependent upon causes and conditions, or parts and names, for its existence. A car, for example, is a collection of pieces of steel, glass, plastic, rubber, an engine, etc., put together by people in a factory. We give the name car to this collection, but if we look for a real, concrete, independently existing car, it cannot be found. So conventionally things exist dependently, and understanding dependence is the principal cause for understanding their ultimate nature, emptiness. The conventional nature of an object is its dependence upon other things, and its ultimate nature is its emptiness of inherent, independent existence. Think now about how your body exists conventionally, in dependence upon skin, blood, bones, legs, arms, organs and so forth. In turn, each of these exists in dependence upon their own parts, cells, atoms, and subatomic particles. Think about your mind, how it exists in dependence upon thoughts, feelings, perceptions, sensations. And how, in turn, each of these exists in dependence upon the previous conscious experiences that gave rise to it. Now, go back to your feeling of self, or I think about how you exist conventionally, in dependence upon mind and body and name, the self's parts. When the body feels hungry or cold, for example, you think I am hungry, I am cold. When the mind has an idea about something, you say I think. When you feel love for someone, you say I love you. When introducing yourself, you say I am so and so. Apart from the sense of I that depends upon the ever-flowing, ever-changing streams of body and mind, is there an I that is solid, unchanging, and independent? The mere absence of such an inherently existing I is the emptiness of the self. Finish the session with a conclusion as to how you, yourself, exists. Conclude by dedicating sincerely any positive energy and insight you have gained to the enlightenment of all beings. Think that this meditation is just one step along the path to finally achieving direct insight into emptiness and thus cutting the root of suffering and dissatisfaction.